and welcome to Dax Chats. In this episode, I'm speaking to, I tell you what, she must be a jet setter, really. She's been living in Nashville. She's been working on cruise ships. She's been all over the place until COVID hit, and then she had to go back home to Australia. She's been releasing music throughout this pandemic. Her first song this year was called I'm on Vacation. She has a brand new track out. It's called Ton of Bricks. Today, Dax chats to Cassidy-Rae from her home in Australia. And here she is right now. G'day, Cassidy. How are you?
Hello, I'm wonderful. How are you, Dax? Thanks for having me on the show.
No problem. No problem. So tell us, I mean, look, yeah, you've been all over the place. Like we can see the pictures in your background. You know, you've got the pictures of Nashville there with
Yeah.
that really classic Nashville sign that everybody knows. What was it like for you? Because you were living in Nashville, you were working on cruise ships in the United States, or leaving from port in the United States. And then this pandemic hits and you have to pack up everything and go back home to your family in Australia. What was that like?
Well, to be honest, I was being in Nashville, working in America, and it felt like a pinch me moment, to be honest. You know, I get to do what I love every day, which is connect with people and share music and be able to write my own songs and perform my own songs. And I got to perform at the Bluebird Cafe, and I got to go see other artists at the Grand Ole Opry. So it was absolutely incredible. And recently this year, I was actually at home, thankfully, when COVID was just starting. So the day before I was meant to leave to hop on a ship and sail to Hawaii, the borders closed, and I was like, let's make the most out of an unprecedented situation. And I started staying home and finding things to be grateful for, which was spending more time with my family. And, you know, I picked up a hobby, learning how to play the guitar, because I'm a pianist, born a pianist, I really should say. And, you know, I got to create more live music sessions online, and I got to write so much more music. So I've been having a blast, given the restrictions of lockdown and given all the negativity. I've been trying to find some positive in it.
Well, we all have to try and find some positive in it, and it's been a really hard, stressful year for entertainers, especially, but also for the hospitality industry, the sales industry, just about everybody, really. And I don't know how some people have managed to keep going, you know, with all their income lost and stuff like that. The fact that people are still releasing music is brilliant, and I give you credit for doing that in such a hard year, because it's the thing that people need to connect with. You know, it's like we've got nothing anymore, but we still have music. I mean, music's a universal language of love.
Well, yeah, exactly. And, you know, the moment it kind of happened and we were asked to stay in our homes, I took this moment, and, you know, a lot of artists took the time to reflect, and, you know, I did take moments like that. But I realized, you know, I'm not a doctor. I can't find a cure. You know, I'm not setting the laws about how to keep people safe. And so what I am good at and what I contribute is providing a little bit of an escape and sharing smiles and sharing joy, not sharing the virus. And so I wanted to do my part in being a light entertainment or a source of joy when, you know, people felt that there was no light at the end of the tunnel. And, you know, for people that were still down in Melbourne, that even for now, 6 months later, and they're still in lockdown, you know, constantly just being able to be a presence for them, that, you know, during a time of uncertainty, they had a consistent thing that they could turn to, that they could fill up their life with a little bit of joy and a little bit of light. So to me, it was a no-brainer that I wanted to release music, or even just perform online, or be able to share a little bit of my journey and share what was happening for me. Yeah.
You know, every time I've actually seen you and you do these Sunday sit downs thing where you've got a cup of tea and you were talking, and you know, usually it's a different cup of tea each week. We'll talk about which type of tea you're drinking. You'll play a few songs. You'll have a little chat. You are just a bubbling inspiration, because you've always got a smile on your face. And yes, it's just all love, isn't it?
I definitely try to be. You know, life isn't perfect, and you know, things were definitely not the way that we wanted. You know, 2020, I just turned 24 and I was like, new year, new me, new decade, new me. And I was ready for like a year of traveling and so much music to be released. And then, you know, COVID kind of like made my nomadic life very stoic and at home. And so, you know, I found that just because the world isn't what we wanted doesn't mean we can't control our actions and our behaviors and our perspectives. And so I decided, you know, if this is a year of, you know, uncertainty and stress, I wanted to be that thing that somebody could turn to and just relax and just breathe. And for me to be that, I needed to be that for other people. I needed to be that for myself. So definitely I try and be a little bit positive and look on the brighter side of life.
You certainly do, and I love it. You know, it's just it just exudes from you, and it makes other people feel so happy, and it does make me feel happy as well.
Cheers. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Cheers to you. There you go. All right, so the first single that you came out with this year was I'm on Vacation. Now, as you said to me off screen, you were supposed to be heading off on another cruise ship when all this happened, and you were supposed to be releasing this song in line with that trip, and so you decided to continue on and release the song. Tell me about the song I'm on Vacation. Oi oi.
Oi. Oi, oi. Well, I ended up writing it at Tamworth because, you know, I was at the Country Music Festival at the start of this year and I was getting to be up on stages at like the Long Yard and so many other amazing stages, too many to list, with incredibly talented musicians. And, you know, walking down the streets of Peel Street and listening to all these live buskers and live music just streaming out and flooding into the street, it felt incredible. And I was so grateful and just thoroughly enjoying soaking in that atmosphere that I went back to my hotel that night and, you know, somebody happened to go, it's like you live on vacation, you know, from one minute you're on a cruise ship and the next minute you're at a country music festival, happily enjoying the life of being a musician. And I went, well, yeah, I guess I am living on vacation. You know, I work, but I can't really call what I do work. If you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. So I ended up writing this song, and I'm on Vacation came out quite quickly. And as I was writing it, I went, well, you know, it has to be vacation. I started calling my holiday about 2 years ago when I went on cruise ships, and no Americans understood what I was talking about, and they just kept arguing. So I just changed it to vacation, and it became a song that I kind of wanted to celebrate being on cruise ships with. And I thought, well, if I'm not going to be in California traveling around on a Carnival cruise ship as a piano bar entertainer, entertaining thousands of new people every week, I might as well take myself and whoever wants to listen on a virtual vacation. It's the vacation that everybody got, not the one that they wanted, but they got it anyway. So we might as well put a positive spin on it.
Certainly did. You certainly did. It's a great song, and it has been playing on the Country Thunder Network, of course. And now you have a brand new song. It is right behind you. It's called Ton of Bricks. Talk to us about the new track.
I am so excited about this. I actually wrote this a little while ago, and it's been one I've been keeping in my bank because I didn't know what exactly was the best time to share it with people. And, you know, I thought this past year, I've been kind of sharing all these eclectic sort of songs. You know, we went from the love of Throwback to the joy of I'm on Vacation, and they're kind of like two very distinct songs that kind of don't work together. But to be honest, that's what a person is. We're a whole piece of a pie. Like, there's not just, each piece is representing different parts of us. And so I thought, you know, for this very first chapter, for introducing myself, I thought, you know, I'd show people the love and show people the heart on my sleeve and show people the smile and the joy from vacations. And I wanted to show love in a different way, because I love writing about love. I love the intricacies of it. And if I could say love one more time, but Ton of Bricks is about love built on friendship, because honestly, pun intended, it's stronger than a ton of bricks. And that's what I wanted to represent. It's this powerful, fierce song about having each other's backs, especially vital right now in these unprecedented times when we kind of needed to rely on each other to keep safe and keep healthy. So that's what it's about, and hopefully people enjoy it as much as I enjoyed writing it.
Well, we're loving it. I'll tell you what, we're loving it here on the Country Thunder Network for sure. I love the photos behind you. You've got them all there. Throwback. I'm on vacation. Ton of bricks. What's the other one right behind you? I mean, I can't see
Oh,
that.
it's another throwback one. See, when I actually created my live music sessions, I have a Sunday sit-down wall full of all of my friends that I've actually met on cruise ships, and so there's these massive amounts of photos. And so when I actually started doing these live music sessions online, playing some of my favorite songs, somebody else's favorite songs, and somebody else's favorite songs, I asked people for input of what they'd want to see behind me, and they thought, well, you should share something that you're really proud of. And I know I sound very egotistical having my face on a lot of these things, but to be honest, I'm so proud of these songs because they're little pieces of me.
Yeah, that's right.
And these are just posters that my friends from all around the world have asked. They wanted some sort of merchandise around these songs, so I created them, and they were like, put them up on your wall, and I was like, yes.
Okay.
So these are just some of my singles.
That's lovely. All right. So I've got to ask, I know things have not changed I mean, it's getting better, but I know it hasn't changed a great deal. What's happening as far as returning to live music scene, and what's coming for you in 2021?
Oh my gosh. Well, that's a whole two different things.
Correct.
2021 is like jam-packed full of music. I cannot understate this. Like, I have music that looks like a ton of bricks, basically. There are so many pieces of paper in my room full of all of my music lyrics and chord sheets. I have so much music to release next year. I'm starting to call it my chapter 2. I've done this year. I am ready to move on to the next chapter of my life and the next chapter of this decade and the next chapter of my music. So definitely a lot more music in store next year. So people that are watching right now can stay tuned to that. But for the rest of this year, I'm starting to get out there. I do want to keep my distance and still be safe because COVID is still a thing. And, we haven't seen the end of it. So I do like to keep my social distance still. And, I'm so grateful because I have a platform online where I'm able to perform every week and share, never heard before songs and kind of give friends from around the world a chance to still hear me, even though we're not in the same space and place at the same time. But slowly I've been starting to get ready for Christmas. Can't help but start dashing the halls and decking the halls and dashing through the snow. So I'll be performing in and around places. I'll also be performing maybe on Melbourne Cup at different places as well. So yeah, it's good.
Well, I'm looking forward to what's coming for you. 2021 is going to be an awesome year. I think that's, it's been a good year this year for some, not for others. So it's been a bit of a struggle for a lot of people. For me, it was good because, we started the Country Thunder Network. We started Dax Chats, all based off being stuck at home and what can we do. So, so I've got back to doing what I enjoy doing. So I think for me, it was a great thing. For you, it's been a time of reflection. You've been able to write, you've been able to connect. So there's a lot of positives from that as well. And I think we both are looking forward to 2021.
Oh, 100%, 100%. And, I've been thoroughly enjoying Dax Chats, and I can't wait to see next year, hopefully not just you rise as a radio host, but also rise as a musician. Musicians got to stick together.
Yes, well, you have heard what's coming, so yes, I'm looking forward to that. That should be. I can't give too much away yet, but I'm saying somewhere January, February, maybe.
Ooh, I'm excited. You won't be the only one.
All right. Well, thank you very much for your time today. It's been wonderful to chat to you, and I'm sure we will be doing it again once we have something new to talk about.
Oh, definitely, for sure. You might have to get somebody to interview you for Dax Chats if you release something.
Wow, yes, I might have to get someone to take my place.
Thank you so much for having me on your show. I so appreciate it.
No worries. Well, you have a good evening. There you go. You have a good evening. All right. That was Cassidy-Rae, and her brand new track is called Ton of Bricks. You can find it on all your major streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Music. Add it to your playlists. Play it. Just get into it. Or what's better, you can get onto our Country Thunder Network. Just go to our website, countrythunder.com.au, and you can request a song straight from the player. What's more, you can vote for it in the Country Thunder 20. The voting form is at the top of the page. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Fab APC, for coming on board. Thank you very much for doing that. And of course, as always, we are proudly supported by Neon Horse in Stanhope, Victoria. Until next time, this is DJ Dax. You've been watching Dax Chats. Bye for now.